Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Coming up, medical mafia using financial leverage to enforce children's vaccination on poor families. Neocons planned regime change throughout the Middle East and North Africa 20 years ago. Report investors, China buying up U.S. farmland at an alarming rate. Fukushima nuclear power plant director steps down suddenly due to illness. More cesium found in rice harvested in Fukushima, Japan. ClimateGate 2. That's just some of what's coming up. We'll also get into more secret loans discovered. Right now, let's go back to the calls. Let's go to Joey in Connecticut. Joey, thanks for holding.
Oh, yes. Alex, this is, Joey from Thomaston, Connecticut. This is home of the famous Seth Thomas clocks that were set worldwide.
Yeah.
I have a CPS story to share with you. Now, I spoke to you 3 years ago about this. This is my partner, Karen, the mother of our 2 boys, had a brain tumor when she was age 16. And now, under Connecticut's predictive neglect law, they moved right into the hospital and took the children away from both of us. Predicting neglect.
Yeah, that's pre-crime. They just say, we have a computer actuary. Of course, why don't they use their own predictive system on themselves? 17, that's a good report to do, 17 times more likely to abuse children themselves sexually, 5 times physically, general physical. Oh, but no, they're not going to use the predictive system on themselves, so they took your children.
Yes, now I'd like to explain this to you very simply. Illness isn't against the law. Illness should be accommodated, and they're not doing this. See, Connecticut here, it's called Department of Children and Families, DCF. They are taking federal dollars, so they have to abide by the federal mandates. They're supposed to have had a federal coordinator in place overseeing them to make sure that the services they were rendering to Karen were in compliance.
But the system, they don't even follow their own rules. It's all meant to be broken by the criminals, and because they are pedophile murderers. I mean, if you want to find the largest group of absolute murdering, lower than whale you-know-what garbage, it's them. And we have to first recognize the government is chock full, especially in those areas, of the lowest of the low, and those are eugenics courts. And the medical tyranny coming, if your child is 1 pound overweight, they're going to take them to their rape rooms. I'm sorry.
I'd like you to hear this. You're going to find this interesting. Now, reasonable effort is something that the state is supposed to do. Now, they consider reasonable effort sending Karen to psychotherapy for something which is medically unfixable. She had a brain tumor removed. There's no psychobabble that's ever going to put her to a condition where she was before.
But see, that's how, no. Now, under the system, when you break a leg or something, you get Prozac. You didn't hear? No. It's all, they give troops who are sick from DU drugs, psychotropics. This is the brave new world. Like Bill Gates said, he said, we kill your grandmother, we hire 10 teachers. And the teachers all clapped. Oh, murder people, give us money. As if you're going to get money, you idiots. Oh, I'm sorry, sir, I'll pray for you. Is there any way to get the other children back that the demons took?
Well, see, no, because, they're tarring me with the same brush. They're not, I'm supposed to be specially protected under this ADA law, but they're tarring me with the same brush.
No. Just because they act liberal, the real racist eugenicist, they hate handicapped. God bless you, sir. I'm sorry to hear this happen to you. This is why they do it at the bottom line. Not just because they're pedophiles and sadists and scum. And that's what they are. Those aren't just words. On average, they're the biggest group of them. That's where you find the most of them. Thick as thieves. It's because when they grab people who are disabled, they get double, triple, quadruple federal money. It's all about cash. We'll be right back.
When you're out on the road, The last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship, body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
If you just tuned in, we had a caller earlier where their 16-year-old had a brain tumor. So they said the other kids were at risk and just went ahead and took them all. And that's what they do now. If one child gets hurt or has a disease, they then say, well, you're poor and you're at risk, we're taking them all. And they're just getting back to what they did until the 1940s. In 35 states, I show government newsreels in Endgame, 35 states, if you made a B-, black, white, they didn't care, Hispanic, didn't matter, they would take you and sterilize women, and young girls and boys. Sometimes they'd keep you. And the abuse and the bodies they've dug up at the orphanages all over the world. They've got another big U.S. university with the wife going public saying the coach was raping little boys in front of her. Evil wants to take over government and positions of power because no one believes a big university would do something. No one believes a police department would do something. No one believes the Texas Youth Commission would do something. No one believes they would arrest half the black people or more in the town of Tulia, setting them up on record to put them in jail. But they do. You know, one thing I wanted to say to that state police guy when he pulled me over, wasn't speeding, and then commenced to want to search my car, and then wanted to check the tent. This tent looks a little dark, pulls out a thing. Oh, it's 29. I guess that's okay. I'm like, I want to search your car. You work for a government that's the most statistically dangerous group out there. I'm not bad, pal. Look at all the real crimes going on. You're harassing me. And that's what a tyranny does. It shifts on to the general public. But I wanted to bring up to him how Texas is all over Fox, CNN, you name it, in towns everywhere where the police chiefs defend it. And they literally pull over old ladies, preachers, they don't care. And they say, let me look in your purse. And people don't know their rights and say, okay. These towns are so used to it, they don't care. They'll just club you in the head. And they actually go in and go, you got $2,000 in here. And the person's like, yeah. You know, usually it's an old person because they're Depression era. They don't really use credit cards except for emergencies. They carry cash. And they just take it. No judge, no jury. And they say, well, our asset forfeiture seizure says we can take it. Oh, you've got a regulation you pulled out of you pulled out of the air. And so you say now? I saw an article I couldn't believe 10 years ago or so. It was back in 2000, 2001. And in that article, it was the Seattle Post-Intelligencer or Seattle Times. I can't remember. They got 3 papers there. But it described how in a bar district, more than half the bars in the nice bar district were now owned by cops. And how soon they would own all the bars because the police would go in the bathroom and sell each other drugs and then asset forfeiture seize and then give it to another cop in the department as part of some type of courthouse sale that nobody was told of. And the paper was like, is it illegal for them to set up people's businesses and take their property? Maybe not. The article was like, yeah, they're taking over everything. And when you're in New York and you see a pot-bellied, wild-eyed cop with a bunch of others that look like something out of Clockwork Orange, giggling and laughing like wannabe gangsters, smoking cigars and cigarettes, being rude to women as they walk by. I mean, I don't... New York, in a way, is an interesting city, a lot of beautiful stuff. The vibe isn't really bad, but the police there, not all of them, too. You've heard them call in. Some are nice. They're either really nice or they're really bad, but more and more, I've been to parades. I've been there and covered things. And you'll look at the cops, and if I was a Hollywood director and I was getting a cast together of a futuristic police force with thug-like goons, you know, America has fallen. The police state is here. The corrupt tyranny is in place. You know, imagine a movie like that. I would go and hire New York cops. I would go and hire them to be the bad guys in my movie. Because, I mean, the lowness of someone who wants to be rude to tourists, the lowness of people sitting around with their shirts half untucked, and huge pot bellies. And again, I got a little bit of a belly. The point is that it is something weird about it. Or in commando gear, weighing 400 pounds. I see that a lot, too, with just weapons all around their giant Santa Claus bellies, bugging their eyes out. They're like little kids in dress-up army. When we drove up to protest the Federal Reserve a few months ago, and I'm going to your calls, we pulled in what they call the check stop. It's like a gas station that has kolaches and stuff at like midnight driving up there. And there was this cop in there who had to weigh 500 pounds. I mean, he looked like Fat Albert, white guy with a beard. Stains on his big giant, he was a sheriff's deputy, on his big giant shirt that went out like this, and firearms and tasers. And I watched him waddling around. You know, he walked in like he was a guy in a Western, walking through the saloon doors, you know, with his hands out, ready to grab his guns, looking. And he was looking around the corner when he walked into the donut area. And he was, when we got a drink out of the thing, he was looking, and and you sit there and you look at these guys in the eyes, and they look at you like, you're looking at me. You see how powerful I am. And you're just like, holy mackerel. This guy is, you know, was either bullied or was a bully. And it's such a joke.